Hello, Caymans. Welcome, class of 2025. We're so glad you're here. This is our senior information night. As you can see, this is a recorded video. So this presentation is pre-recorded, but we did do it as a live YouTube event so that you can put your questions in the chat and we will be in there to answer them in real time for you. We have a lot of fun stuff to cover tonight, so let's go ahead and get started. So we will be covering all of the graduation information that you need to know, and lots of fun senior events, and then the last half of the presentation will be about grad night. So if you are not planning on attending grad night, you are welcome to hop off at the end of the presentation here, but the first half will be for everybody, and then that second half will be just for our grad night friends. And like I said, the chat is open, so go ahead and ask any questions that you have in there. I will also add a link to the presentation in the description of the YouTube video so that you're able to go back and look at it, or if you want to get any other links or anything, so that will be in there as well. And let's get going. So, graduation is happening Saturday, June 7th. 9:30 a.m. at Orange Glen High School. So graduates will need to be arriving at 8:30. So that's 1 hour before graduates are there, ready to go, already dressed in their cap and gown. We do not yet have an exact location of where the graduates are supposed to go when they get there. We are hoping it's going to be a field behind the main football field, but if you head towards the football field, you're going to see lots of signs, and we'll make sure to let you know ahead of time where you're supposed to be going, but it will be most likely near the field is where we're going to be meeting up, and at that point we're going to get you all checked in, make sure you have everything that you need, and then the ceremony will actually start at 9:30. Thankfully this year we are in the big stadium area, so we will have plenty of room for everyone. Feel free to invite your family and friends. There's no RSVPs, there's no tickets or anything like that. Everyone is going to be welcome. We're going to be using the same setup as the studio graduation, so we will have lots of big screens for everyone so that everyone can see all of your beautiful faces. So it's going to be an amazing time. Typically, our graduation ceremony lasts around an hour. We try to keep it nice and short and sweet, and so that way you can plan ahead for what you would like to do afterwards. We are working on having a live stream. We usually do live stream the ceremony on YouTube. We are just working on the tech side of things for that, so I don't have any details about that just yet, but we'll make sure to email out any links or information about that as we get closer, but we are working on it. We usually have a few performances at graduation, so typically this is singing or dancing or spoken word, and we would love to have your participation in that. So if you're a senior and you would like to perform, feel free to send me an audition tape. So you can just send me a video of yourself performing the song or the poem or whatever you'd like to do. And just get that to me by May 1st, and then we will reach out to you and let you know as soon as possible. Just try to make sure that the song or the poem has to do with graduation, and the themes kind of match up. So something about moving on or something about reflecting on the past and that kind of a thing. But we'd love to see what you have for us for that. So just make sure you send that to me either on Canvas or on Schoology by May 1st. And that is it about that. Let's talk about cap and gowns. So by the time you're watching this video, the cap and gowns will hopefully be at our campus. So they are going to be available to be picked up anytime after April 26th. I'm going to be keeping them in my classroom. So the leadership room is upstairs, room 202, right next to the STL. So go ahead and stop by anytime and pick up your cap and gown. It will come with a cap and gown packet, so it'll have the cap and the gown, the medallion, and the tassel. And if you ordered anything extra, like an extra fancy tassel or anything like that, that should be in there as well. And then if there are any extra cords or things that you will be able to wear, like for 4.0 or NHS or anything like that, that's going to be included in the cap and gown packet as well. So we provide all of those extra things for you. You are allowed to decorate your cap. We just have a couple stipulations. Obviously, we ask that it would be a school-appropriate decoration. No acronyms, and it needs to be flat. So 2D, nothing coming up off of the top of the cap. We want to make sure that everyone can be seen and that there's nothing blocking people's view. So make sure that it's just flat on the cap. Things like small flowers and stuff like that is okay, but just make sure there's nothing coming up off of it. And then if there is anything, if there is any cap that's decorated that doesn't seem to be appropriate, we always have blank caps ready to go on the morning of, and we'll just switch out your cap with a blank one. So just make sure that those are school appropriate and we won't have to do that. Moving on to senior events. We have a super fun free senior bonding event coming up. This is our senior sunset and movie night. So this is going to be Monday, April 28th, coming up really soon, 6:30. It's free. We'll have food and dessert, and bring your own lawn chair or blanket, and we'll be watching a movie out on the in the quad there. So this will be a fun PLC event. We hope to see you there. And then we have a few of our final events at the end of the year. So if you are interested in doing the senior walk, this is when seniors, graduates get dressed up in their cap and gown, and they go to the elementary sites and they do a walk for all of the kindergarten students. This is like an inspirational time for those little ones to see what the future holds for them. So this is a totally optional experience. If you're interested in doing it, all you need to do is just show up. Typically, people go to the site that they actually attended. But if you didn't attend a TCA school, that's okay. You're still welcome to participate. So this is happening at all of the Classical Academy K-8 campuses. So the Bear Valley campus, the Vista campus, and the Coastal campus. It's same day, same time, June 3rd at 10 a.m. And this will just be an optional thing to experience if you would like to do that. You don't need to sign up or anything. You just show up in your cap and gown, and then they will tell you what to do from there. And then after that, on the same day, this is Tuesday, June 3rd, we're going to be having our senior barbecue and graduation rehearsal here at PLC. So this is a super fun last event for seniors. We like to have you guys sign yearbooks, and we have some free food for you. And then right after the barbecue, we'll head upstairs and practice the graduation ceremony in our auditorium. And we'll give you some maps, and we'll give you a lot of ideas of what things are going to look like on that day, so you have an idea of how the ceremony is going to go. If you are not able to make it to this rehearsal, it's really important that you reach out to me and let me know ahead of time. That way I know for sure that you're still planning on walking at the ceremony. So you can send me an email or send me a Canvas message, and just let me know that you're not able to attend that rehearsal. We are going to assume that if you are not able to attend the rehearsal, that you're not planning on walking, so it's really important that you just let us know ahead of time. And next we have our PLC Prom 2025. We're so looking forward to this event. It's going to be so fun. This is Saturday, May 17th. It's at the House of Blues downtown, which is so special, such a fun venue. It's going to be 6:30 to 10 o'clock. The ticket link is in here, but you can also find it in the 5-Star app in the store. The price will increase after May 9th, and there will not be tickets available at the door, so make sure you get your ticket as soon as possible. We are allowing sophomores by invite after May 2nd, so if you'd like to invite a sophomore, you can. And of course, we will allow outside guests. They just have to fill out the permission slip and get that turned in. Either you can send me a digital copy or you can turn it into the front desk. And once we get that permission slip in, then we actually add the guest onto your 5-star profile. And then you can go in and purchase the outside guest ticket after you get that permission slip turned in. Optional this year, because the event is downtown and it's farther away than normal, we are offering the option of a transportation. When you go into your 5-star ticket, you will see the option to add the party bus. So this is just an optional thing if you are not able to drive yourself down there, don't want to deal with parking or anything like that. There is the option to add this to your ticket. You would come to PLC and the bus would take you to the event and then bring you back to PLC. The extra charge is $35 for this option. Keep in mind that most parking around the venue is $30, so not that much different. And there will be chaperones on the bus. School chaperones will be available on the bus. Just be aware that if you do choose this option, we will have to decide based on how much interest we get. So if we end up not getting enough students signing up for this, we might have to cancel it, but we would give you a full refund. So go ahead and sign up for that so we can make sure that we have enough students to make it worth our while. If not, then we will notify you and we will give you that refund, definitely. So that is everything about prom. We hope that you come. It's going to be so much fun. The leadership team is having a blast planning that for you guys. So the next bit is going to be about grad night. So if you are not attending grad night, you're welcome to log off now, and we hope you have a great evening and looking forward to see you at all of those fun graduation events. The rest of this presentation will be about grad night. So let's get going. Disneyland grad night this year is going to be Sunday, June 1st. So I'm going to go through the schedule first, and then we'll talk about all of the details and everything that you need to know. So we're going to be meeting at Studio at 6:30 a.m. There is some documentation that said 7 a.m., but that is the time that we're planning on leaving. So arrive at 6:30 for check-in, and this is at the Studio campus, not at PLC. We're going to be meeting there all together, and the buses are going to leave from there. So Studio at 6:30 a.m., and then we'll drive up to Disneyland, get you all checked in, and then you will have free reign of the parks for the day. Both parks. You have a park hopper ticket. You're going to be starting in California Adventure, and then I think it's after 11 a.m. now. You can switch back and forth to both parks. And then California Adventure closes at 9 p.m. Disneyland will stay open, but it's your job to make sure that you get over to California Adventure between 9 p.m. and 9:45 p.m. You will have to check in with us. So they might, if you're in California Adventure at 9 o'clock, they might not kick you out, but you still need to come out and check in with us. We need to make sure that we know that you made it into California Adventure. So between 9 and 9:45, right outside of California Adventure, you'll find the chaperones, and you will check in with us before the grad night portion of the evening. So if you don't make it to us by 9:45, they will close the gates, and you might have to sit outside with a chaperone for the next few hours, and that would be really boring and sad. So don't do that. So check in with us before you head into grad night. And then the grad night party will happen at California Adventure. Lots of fun things there, DJs and fun stuff. And then at the end of the evening at midnight, we are going to be meeting before we go back to the buses. Sometimes we like to meet right outside of California Adventure. Sometimes they don't let us do that. So if that's the case, then we'll meet right inside California Adventure in that Buena Vista Main Street area. So just try to find us either right before the exit or right outside of the exit. And we'll check in, we'll all stay there together, and then we'll all head to the buses together. It can be a little bit chaotic at the end of the night, so we want to make sure that we're all together before we head to those buses. Hopefully we'll be back to studio by around 2 a.m. It's hard to say exactly what time, but that is the goal, is 2 a.m. So we'll try to be in touch with parents if you're picking up. We love it when parents drop off and pick up students from grad night because they will be very tired and we don't like them driving home late like that, but that's up to you and your family. Okay, so what can you bring? So we would definitely encourage you to bring a refillable water bottle. They will not allow glass water bottles, but something that you can fill up throughout the day. It's going to be hot. It's going to be a really long day. And staying hydrated is going to be really, really important for your personal health. So make sure you bring a water bottle. They will not, if you bring water on the bus, they will make you empty it when you get to security. So just make sure that you either finish your water bottle before you get to security or empty it out when you get there. It says they will let you bring in factory sealed snacks. So nothing in a Ziploc bag or anything like that, but if it's a snack that is factory sealed, they should let you bring it in. Sometimes they have been more strict on the day of, and they have made kids throw stuff away. It kind of depends on who's working that day and how strict they're going to be. So just giving you that as a warning that, they might change their mind and not let you bring it in the last minute. But all of their documentation is telling me that you can bring in factory sealed snacks. So I would plan to do that because you are responsible for all of your meals throughout the day. So you're going to be making sure that you're bringing money or credit cards or whatever so that you can purchase your food throughout the day, and hopefully bringing some snacks will help with the cost of that. If you are bringing medications, either over-the-counter medications or prescription medications, please put those in a Ziploc bag with your name on it. We'll check those in when we are checking you in in the morning, but they will also want to look at those. So sometimes they have you guys hand them to the chaperones, and sometimes they'll have you just keep it in your bag and go through security like normal. But it's really important that you have those in a Ziploc bag with your name on it so that we can get those back to you. They do want prescription meds in their original packaging, so just to make sure that has your name on the prescription and everything. But they they will let you keep those throughout the day. So once you get those through security, it's no problem for students to keep them on their person. We just have to make sure that we're doing everything correct so that they get through security. The other thing that you will need to have with you at all times is your ticket and your wristband. Right before you go through security, I'll be handing you your physical ticket. That's your park hopper ticket and your grad night ticket. The wristband is what gets you into grad night. The tickets is what gets you in and out of the parks. So if you lose your ticket, there's a chance that you could not get into the parks. If you lose your wristband, you could not get into grad night. It's extremely important that you don't lose these things. If you do lose them, please reach out to me. You'll have my number on that day. Reach out to me and I will help you, and we'll try to figure something out and see if they will be nice, but you never know. So I would highly recommend that you download the Disneyland app, and this way you can upload your ticket into the app. You can use your phone to scan the barcode in and out, and you won't have to worry about keeping track of that ticket. Or at the very least, take a picture of your ticket so that we have evidence of it. And then your wristband is super important. They will not let you into grad night without the wristband, so you can't lose that. So, what not to bring to Disneyland grad night? Please do not wear a costume. They explicitly tell you that you are not allowed to wear a costume. You are allowed to wear like Mickey ears or Disney stuff like that, but you may not wear something that looks like a costume. They will stop you and make you change. You are also not allowed to bring in any illegal materials. Anything that you are not allowed to have as a minor in California, you are not allowed to bring in. We will be having drug dogs there at studio to check your bags before we get on the bus. And then once we get to Disneyland, they are really good at finding everything that you might have brought that you shouldn't have. So please leave all of that at home, and that way we won't get in trouble and you won't get in trouble, and we'll all just have a fun time. If you are caught with anything, it will be a big issue. They will contact the police. They will have your parents come pick you up, and it will be no fun at all. So please don't do that. If you go into the slideshow here, there is a link to the terms and conditions, and it does have a long list of everything that you're not allowed to bring in. So if you're not sure about something that you want to bring, go ahead and check this out, and it will be on there if you are not allowed to bring it. So that will be helpful for you. When you arrive at Disneyland, I will give you a piece of paper that has all of this information on it. It will have the whole schedule, where you're supposed to meet and everything. And it will also have contact information of all of the chaperones. So if there is an emergency or if you just need something, please feel free to reach out to us during the day. You're not required to stay with chaperones. We want you guys to go and have fun, and we hope that you stay in groups. But if there is anything that you guys need, please, please, please reach out to me. Don't be afraid to ask. I'll be the main point person there during the day, through the whole event. So please reach out if you need anything. Students may not drive themselves to this event. Disney is very strict about this. They tell us that you must arrive on the bus with all of the rest of the school. They're so strict about the whole check-in process and security and everything that they don't want you arriving separately. So that's not an option. But sometimes students do want to leave early if they have parents that come and want to pick them up, and that's totally fine. You just have to check out with us before you leave. So you will have my contact info. If you want to leave, you need to check out with me. Even if you're 18, we still are responsible for you. We're liable for you as a school. So it's still really, 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 really important that you check out with us before you leave the event. So please do that. And if you have any questions during the day, just feel free to reach out. The buses situation, when we get to studio in the morning, we are going to have a PL bus. So some students ask if they can ride on the studio bus with their friends, but for logistical reasons, it is way easier for us if we have a PL bus and then the studio buses. So look for the PL bus. You'll check in with us. We'll let you know where your bus is. And then you can spend the whole day with your friends at studio, and that's no problem. But just for the bus ride, we're going to have a PL bus. One last thing about grad night is that there are a few of you that still have not turned in your permission slip for this event. And I realize I don't have a link here, but I will make sure there's a link before I post it. And if you have not turned in your permission slip yet, please get that filled out, and you can email it to me or send it to me in a Canvas message, or you can turn it into me in person. And if you have not turned it in yet, I will be sending out messages to double check and make sure that you know that relatively soon. So look out for a message for that. Okay, I think that's it. If you have any questions about any of this information, please feel free to reach out. My email is there, and students can come talk to me at school, or they can send me a Canvas message. And I'm still looking forward to celebrating with this class 2025. And we hope you have a great night. Bye.